Good morning, class 6. We have already started this early Vedic chapter. We have already discussed the early Vedic political life and social life. Today we will discuss about the Varna system, dress, ornaments, food, religion, economic life of early Vedic period. Before that, we will just do a quick revision of the terms we have learned in the earlier class, that Kula means family, Grama means group of family. The group of family will create a tribe, or from a clan it will create a tribe. That tribe is known as Jana. The head of the village is the Gramani and the head of the Jana is the Rajan. The Senani are the army chief, the military. Purohita are the priest. Sabha is the place where only the important members will participate, and Samiti are the assembly of all members. Kulapati is the oldest living male member or the head of the family, which means patriarchal society. Next, we are coming to the Varna system. Varna system is very important part of early Vedic age. In early Vedic age, there are 4 Varnas, and these 4 Varnas are according to on the basis of the skill or the work the people do. So this Varna system is based on the work a person is doing or on the skill a person has. These 4 Varna are very flexible. You can easily change one to another. The first one is Brahmana. They were the educated priest specializing in preserving the sacred text or any religion text. So they were the person who used to transfer the knowledge or education. They were the source of education, Brahmanas. Second is Kshatriyas. Kshatriyas are the in charge of administration and protection of the land. They used to protect the land from enemy. Any fighting, they will come first. Okay, Vaishyas are the traders or the craftsmen or the farmers. They are the Vaishyas. Next is the Shudras. Shudras are the labor, and their main agenda or their main character feature was that they have to serve the other 3 classes. Among these 4 classes, the first 2 were in the prominent position, like Brahmana and Kshatriya. Brahmana as the source of education, Kshatriya who protecting the land, Vaishyas are the traders, and Shudras are the laborers. These 4 are the Varna system, but as we see in this early Vedic, it is very flexible. Okay. Next we will study about the food what they used to eat. They used to eat simple food like wheat, barley, then milk, products like butter, ghee, curd. This kind of foods they used to eat, and fruits and vegetables. Besides that, they used to drink some intoxicated drinks like Soma and Sura. Soma are the plant, and they used to take the plant and they used to mix it with milk, and they used to drink that. Not only they used to drink that intoxicated mean bad drinks, not good for the health. So that intoxicated drinks like Soma and Sura. Sura are the drinks made up of corn and barley, and Soma is a plant. They used to mix the plants things with the milk, and they used to drink. Not only they used to drink, they used to offer this milk or this intoxicated drink to the god. Okay, so this is about the food. Mainly they used to eat barley and wheat, milk, ghee, fruits, vegetables, and intoxicated drinks like Soma and Sura. Okay, so I think this much is clear. There are 4 Varna system and the food of early Vedic age. Now we will go into the dress and ornament. They used to mainly wear cotton and wool dress, and beside that the boys and the women and men used to wear different kinds of earrings, bangles, and the shoes they used to wear, they are mainly made up of leather and wood. The shoes they used to wear, they are mainly made up of wood and leather. So the mainly costumes were of cotton and wool, and they both the men and women used to wear different kinds of ornaments like necklaces, earrings, bangles, and the shoes were made up of leather and wood. I am talking about early Vedic age. Now the next point we will discuss is the recreation. In past time, when they are free, what they used to do, they used to perform, they used to do 3 things. One is chariot racing, one is horse racing, another is hunting. These 3 were their favorite pastime. Besides that, both men and women used to play dice. You can see in this picture they used to play dice in this kind of things, not like the way we play today. Beside that, they enjoyed music, dance, played instruments such as veena. So there were many free time and pastime for them to perform. Next, we will study a very important topic, that is the economic life of that time. Indo-Aryans, when they came to India, they were nomads. Nomads people means when a person is not staying in a fixed position. Suppose today he is staying in one position, another day he is going in another position. So nomads are the people who don't have a fixed home. They are staying 3 months in this place, 4 months this place. The Indo-Aryans were nomads. They don't have a fixed home. So when they were nomads, their main occupation was cattle rearing and cattle farming. Cattle rearing and cattle farming were their main activity. Their life is totally depend upon the cattle, horses, sheep, goat. They used to rear those animals. Now, cow was mark of wealth. Cow was the most valuable thing of that time. Okay. Now the king and the wealthy people used to gift it, as a cow was the mark of wealth and the most valuable thing of that time. People as a gift used to give cow to another priest. The king and the wealthy people used to give cow to the priest, like as a offering. Just like we give money to, after any puja we give money to the priest, they never used to give money. They used to give cow to the priest, because cow was the most valuable and mark of wealth at that time. So in the beginning of Indo-Aryans, they used to totally depend on cattle rearing and cattle farming. That was their main activity. Cow was the most valuable thing of that time. Now we will study that as the Vedic period settled. What is the next occupation they had? The next very important occupation was agriculture. Agriculture became the next very important occupation after the cattle rearing and cattle farming. Now they started using wooden plow. Plow means for digging up the ground you need a sharp edge, that is plow. Okay, so they started using wooden plow. Now the farmers know that this season is good for this crop. This season is not so good for this crop. Just like we have orange in winter, we have mango during summer. So the farmers now had that knowledge that different seasons and different effect on agriculture. Now the farmer knows that this season is good for this crop, this season is not so good for this crop. So the Indo-Aryans who came to India, first they started with cattle rearing and cattle farming. Then later on, the another occupation which became very important to them, that is agriculture. They used to main crop for their agriculture was barley and wheat and cotton. Now we will study about other occupation than agriculture. Other occupation like carpentry, weaving, metalwork were also important source of economy. So the Indo-Aryans started with what occupation? They started with cattle rearing and cattle farming. Second, the most important occupation was agriculture. Then carpentry, weaving, metalwork. So these are the occupation, and this occupation is done to get good source of economy. These are the economic activities. Next we will study about the religion. The early Vedic people used to worship the forces of nature as god and goddesses. In early Vedic, the people worship the forces of nature as god and goddesses. Now they mainly used to worship and pray to the nature god. You can see in this image that how they are praying and there is a rain. So this is how they used to pray. Now among this there are many gods. There are three most important gods. One is Indra. Indra means the thunder and the rain. He was the most important god of that time. Second important after Indra was Agni. Agni means the god of fire. Next is Surya. Surya means the sun god. Apart from that, there are other gods like Prithvi means earth, Agni as I said fire, Vayu wind, Indra rain, Surya sun, Varun sky. So these are the list of different kind of gods which are related to the nature. So these are the nature god they used to pray, they used to worship, like Indra, Varun, Vayu, Agni, Prithvi. These are the gods. Now how they used to worship. There was no statue or the murti we see. There was no statue, no temple. The worship only include chanting. They used to chant. Chant means the mantra they are saying. Okay. And another thing they used to do is the yagna or sacrifice. Joggo we say yagnas or sacrifices. These were the two common rituals they used to practice and they used to chant. As there was no statue, no temple, no any definite shape of the god, they used to do yagnas or sacrifices, and this worship including what? Chanting. Chanting means singing a song, mantras. These are the chanting. Now when they used to do this yagnas, they used to do this mainly for praying for good health of the people, cattle, and for birth of son. So they used to pray to God for good health of the people, for more cattle, and for the birth of son. In yagnas, they used to offer grains, ghee, milk. These are the things they used to offer. You can see in this picture that they are pouring something in the yagnas on the fire. So in that fire they are giving grains, they are giving ghee, they are giving milk. And why they used to do this mantra or yagnas? For the good health of the people, for more cattle, and for birth of son. So this is the religion system. They used to mainly worship the nature gods, and we have read about the different kinds of nature god and goddesses, and how they used to pray. They used to perform yagnas and or sacrifices. And next we will study about the new age, which is the later Vedic age. Later Vedic age is the age which when Indo-Aryans started moving towards the Gangetic Valley. As they started moving towards the Gangetic Valley, the later Vedic age started. In this, when they settled in the Gangetic Valley, they named that place as Aryabhatta. Aryabhatta means the land of Aryans. So the Aryans settled in Gangetic Valley, and they named the entire region and started controlling the entire region, and the name was Aryabhatta, land of Aryans. Now we will study about the political life of later Vedic age. As we know, in the early Vedic age, the political life was that there was family developed into clans developed into tribe. But here the tribe unit developed into kingdom. In later Vedic, the tribe unit developed into kingdom, and the kings were all in all power. The king there was monarchy rule. King was in absolute power. The kingship was hereditary, we know that. There was no, the Sabha Samiti power was less at that time, and the king was. So we have read about the Sabha Samiti in early Vedic age, but in later Vedic age, the power of Sabha Samiti was very less. The king was very, very strong in position. All the laws, all the rules, and all the order of the kingdom is maintained by the king. And the king is hereditary king, and this kingship is known as monarchy. When a king is ruling a kingdom, it is known as monarchy. Okay. Now we will study that what the king used to do. He used to perform several yagnas or sacrifices. Rajasuya sacrifice is the sacrifice. So Rajasuya sacrifice was performed by the king when he ascended the throne. Mean when he is becoming the ruler or when he is becoming the king, sacrifice or yagnas was performed. That yagna was the Rajasuya sacrifice when a king is becoming king. Next is Ashvavedha Yagna. That is performed to establish their supremacy of land. the powerful king used to establish their supremacy over a land, and then he used to perform Ashwamedha Yagna. So mainly the king used to do two yagna. One is Rajasuya Yagna when he is becoming king of one land. Another is Ashwamedha Yagna when he is establishing a supremacy over a land. So when he is coming to the throne, he is doing Rajasuya Yagna, and when he is achieving a supremacy over land, he is doing becoming the ruler, and Ashwamedha when he is developing supremacy over land. So these are the two sacrifices done by the king. Later on we will study about the later Vedic age. Today till here, just revise the things we have discussed today, that there are 4 varnas which are flexible, easily can be changed. The food they used to eat and the intoxicated drink that we will just discuss about. So quickly revise the topic we have discussed: the recreation, how the economic life of Indo-Aryan changed from cattle rearing, then agriculture, the religious activities done by them like yagnas. They mainly used to worship the nature god. Thank you class, today till here.